Welcome back to Scovid Rewind. In this video, we'll be exploring one of the action movies from 2010 titled True Legend. Before we begin, I hope you're having an amazing day. Grab your favorite snack, sit back, and enjoy the recap. Let's dive straight into the story.
Begins his story as a man who seems to have everything. He's one of the Qing dynasty's greatest military commanders, fearless in battle and respected by everyone around him. Victory comes naturally to him, but unlike many celebrated generals, he isn't chasing power forever. After helping his prince secure a major military campaign, Su Kan turns down a prestigious promotion. Instead, he chooses something much simpler. He wants to leave politics behind, return home with his wife Ying, raise a family, and dedicate himself to martial arts rather than war. It sounds like the perfect ending before the movie has barely begun, and that's usually a sign fate has other plans. Early on, we're introduced to the people who define Su Kan's world. His loyal wife Ying stands beside him through every decision, offering quiet wisdom whenever his confidence threatens to become stubbornness. Their young son brings warmth to the story, reminding us there's more at stake than honor and fighting. Then there's Yuan Li, Su Kan's adopted brother. The two grew up together, trained together, and fought on the same side for years. But underneath that brotherhood sits years of jealousy. Yuan Li has always lived in Su Kan's shadow, and every compliment directed at Su Kan feels like another wound. Rather than celebrate Su Kan's retirement, Yuan Li allows resentment to consume him. During his years away, he searched for forbidden martial techniques and found something terrifying: the deadly Five Venoms Fist. It's a style that doesn't simply defeat opponents, it destroys them from the inside, turning the practitioner's own body into a weapon while slowly sacrificing humanity in return. The moment Yuan Li demonstrates it, you realize this isn't just another kung fu rivalry. This is someone who's traded his soul for strength. Su Kan has no interest in fighting his own brother, but Yuan Li gives him no choice. Their first confrontation is brutal. Yuan Li's new techniques overwhelm everything Su Kan has ever learned. Even worse, the attacks are coated with poison that damages Su Kan's nervous system, leaving him crippled instead of dead. Yuan Li spares his life almost out of spite. Killing Su Kan would be too easy. Watching the once famous hero live in humiliation feels far more satisfying to him. What follows is the real heart of the movie. Su Kan isn't wandering from town to town looking for fights. He's trapped inside his own broken body. The legendary warrior who once defeated entire armies now struggles to stand. His confidence disappears, his pride vanishes. Every simple movement reminds him of what he's lost. Vincent Zhao plays these scenes with surprising restraint, making the physical pain feel just as convincing as the emotional collapse. Thankfully, Su Kan isn't facing it alone. Ying refuses to abandon him. She becomes his strength when he has none of his own, caring for him while gently reminding him that a man's worth isn't measured only by how hard he can punch. Their son continues believing his father is still a hero, even when Su Kan no longer believes it himself. Those quiet family moments give the movie its emotional weight, balancing all the spectacular action with genuine heart. Recovery doesn't happen overnight. There's no magical training montage that instantly restores his abilities. Instead, Su Kan slowly relearns how to move. Every exercise hurts. Every improvement is earned. Along the way, he begins discovering that real martial arts aren't about overpowering opponents. They're about adapting. Instead of relying purely on strength, he starts using rhythm, balance, timing, and unpredictability. Little by little, the foundations of what will eventually become drunken boxing begin to emerge. One of the movie's most unusual elements appears during this period. Whenever Su Kan drifts between consciousness and dreams, he encounters the mysterious god of Wushu. Played with effortless charisma by Jay Chou, this immortal figure challenges Su Kan to strange duels that are part comedy, part philosophy, and part spiritual lesson. At first, these encounters seem completely disconnected from the main story, but they gradually reveal themselves as reflections of Su Kan's inner journey. Every dream battle teaches him something about himself, forcing him to let go of pride and embrace a freer, more creative approach to combat. Just when life seems to be improving, tragedy strikes again. Yuan Li isn't finished with his brother. Determined to erase Su Kan completely, he kidnaps Su Kan's young son, forcing another confrontation. The rescue sequence delivers some of the movie's most emotional moments, because this time, Su Kan isn't fighting for glory or revenge. He's fighting to protect his family. The stakes have become deeply personal. Their second duel is far different from the first. Su Kan no longer meets force with force. Instead, he moves with an almost playful looseness that constantly throws Yuan Li off balance. Every stumble disguises a counterattack. Every awkward movement hides careful precision. What once looked like weakness becomes an advantage. Watching the transformation unfold is one of the movie's greatest pleasures, because the choreography tells the story without needing much dialogue. Yuan Li, meanwhile, pays the price for embracing forbidden power. The Five Venoms technique has made him incredibly dangerous, but it's also consuming him physically and mentally. His obsession isolates him from everyone who once cared about him. The more powerful he becomes, the less human he appears. It's a classic martial arts tragedy. Chasing absolute strength ultimately leaves him with nothing worth protecting. The emotional showdown between the two brothers carries more weight than a typical action finale, because neither man truly wanted their relationship to end this way. Su Kan still remembers the brother he grew up with. Yuan Li can barely remember the man he used to be. Their battle isn't simply about determining who's stronger. It's about confronting years of jealousy, regret, and choices that can never be undone. When the dust settles, Su Kan survives, but victory doesn't feel triumphant. Too much has been lost along the way. Family bonds have been shattered. Lives have been changed forever. The movie wisely avoids pretending that defeating the villain magically heals every wound. Instead, it allows its hero to carry those scars into the future. The story then shifts toward its final chapter. Su Kan has earned peace at last, but the world refuses to leave legends alone. His growing reputation attracts foreign fighters eager to test themselves against China's greatest martial artist. These later fights feel slightly different from the deeply personal conflict with Yuan Li, serving more as a celebration of Su Kan's evolution than another emotional crisis. By now, his style has fully matured. The drunken movements flow naturally, confusing opponents before exploding into sudden bursts of astonishing speed and precision. The choreography throughout the film deserves enormous credit. Directed by the legendary Yuan Wu-ping, every major fight has its own personality. Early battles emphasize disciplined military precision. The clashes with Yuan Li become vicious and desperate. The dream fights embrace fantasy. Finally, the fully developed drunken boxing sequences blend humor, deception, balance, and explosive athleticism into something genuinely entertaining to watch. Visually, the movie constantly mirrors Su Kan's emotional state. The early scenes are bright and confident, reflecting his successful military career and happy family life. As his world collapses, the colors become colder and darker. By the time he rediscovers himself, warmth slowly returns to the screen. It's subtle filmmaking, but it quietly reinforces the emotional journey without drawing attention to itself. Vincent Zhao carries the film remarkably well. He makes Su Kan believable both as the confident hero at the beginning and the broken man struggling to rebuild himself afterward.